Call the meeting to order. Is there any public comment that we need to address?
Nope.
Did everyone have a chance to look over the minutes from last month? Are there any questions? Do you have a motion for approval of the minutes? Motion to approve. And a second?
I second that motion.
Okay. Minutes from last month approved. Up next would be our report from the Friends of the Pflugerville Library.
All right, good evening, Library Board. I'm Aaron Millis, Friends of the Library Board member and current president. Last week was our final book sale of 2025. It went well. Despite having less books than the enormous amount in August, we still cracked the $2,000 mark, which is great, between the membership, books, and merchandise. Memberships, they took up about a quarter of that for this sale, which again, we're happy with. It was about 15 new members, 16 renewing, and anytime we get more than 10, we're happy. We do participate in Giving Tuesday, which is the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. It's a pure fundraising event. It's where you give back. We will be doing that. We don't expect too much from it, so we've mostly gotten all of our funds in for the year. Let's see, we do have the upcoming book sale dates finalized for 2026. We're going to have a Saturday sale at the end of the summer, which we haven't been able to do a Saturday in a long time. We do have the next one in January slated for the 29th. Let's see, upcoming Ren Fair on Saturday. The Friends will have a table set up there just to promote us. We're not selling anything like LibraryCon. It's just a chance for people to know that we support these events, and we might get a membership out of it. Mostly I'll be giving away stickers. Let's see, we're going to be at the Windermere Elementary's Academic Night next week with the library, probably with Tiara, and we'll be promoting our favorite city service along with the Friends then. As requested by this board, I asked the Friends board if they had any leads on tailors or seamstresses that could assist with your mascot costume effort. I didn't get any specific recommendations. That's pretty much it. Our next meeting is going to be the final meeting of 2025. We don't meet in December. It'll be on Tuesday, the 18th at 4 p.m. here at the library. We'll be setting our budget for 2026 and doing our officer elections for the year. The organization usually presents a slate of from a nominating committee for our officers, but we do take nominations out of the general membership. So if you want to get involved, just show up. And as always, our meetings are open to all Friends members. Is there anything you guys would like me to answer or relay to the Friends? All right, thank you guys.
Did our student liaisons submit anything to be presented?
They did not.
Okay.
We haven't heard from them in a while.
And our youth advisory counselor said Trista's not going to be here, and I don't see any of them in the audience.
Yes, so just to give you a little background if you don't know, the Youth Advisory Council is something the city does, group of teens that are interested to learn about the city, and they go to different department meetings and just kind of see how city government works. They were going to be here tonight, but as you can see, they're not. So maybe next time we'll have them back.
And that takes us to Tiara and the marketing and outreach update.
Hi, so things have been going well on the outreach front. We had a busy month because October is the month for all of the trunk retreats. So we also went to visit Avante, which is a nonprofit organization that supports Latino families and moms they offer like Spanish language programming and on parenting and like getting your children engaged in the community and growing and whatnot. And so Carmen usually does all those presentations. I went with her for one of the days, and then our new youth librarian Hannah went for the other day, and we went 5 times because they have classes basically on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with different people in each class. So we spoke to different classes. So that went pretty well. We also had an experiment earlier this month with the Friends book sale. So a senior center that I've worked with was interested in doing some kind of partnership with a field trip coming to the library, and so we decided that maybe they could come to the Friends book sale and see, because the books are pretty low cost, which might be helpful for seniors on a fixed income if they wanted to get something new to read, but they didn't want to go to like a full price bookstore. So I arranged it with the Friends, and they were able to come in. They even had little one free book to each attendee, gift cards distributed. So that was a success. So I'm definitely interested in doing that for the next book sale, as well as reaching out to other senior centers. Do you have anything you want to add on that, Aaron?
No, it was great. No one left without a book, including the attendants. So I think we're going to do this again.
Yeah. So it was a great initiative, and I would love to continue recreating that. And also, if you know of any senior centers in the Pflugerville area, feel free to reach out, and we'd love to get in contact. Yeah. And then as far as the mascot, no major updates, but I'll be speaking with the comms department and looking at maybe trying to get a digital design and launch going for maybe early next year. Yeah, those are the main things I have. Any additional updates? Any questions? Hi. Well, awesome. That's all for me.
I want to circle back to 4B.
Yeah.
We'll give you a second to get a seat.
Yeah.
You're up. Also, I saw your name on the list for the YAC, Youth Advisory Council, and Trista said everybody was going to be here tonight, but...
Oh, yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Because most of us are in debate, and I just came from practice. A lot of them are still at practice. They asked me to text them to see if we were actually supposed to go or not. So
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll tell them now.
Well, we'll probably be finished by the time they make it here.
Oh, that's
So,
true.
That's okay. Well, I'll just talk to Trista afterwards, and we'll schedule
Okay.
another time.
But yeah, for the student liaison stuff, we got a new librarian this year. Yeah, the new one is the old one is a sub now, and yeah, I don't think anything new has happened because I think the new librarian is still figuring stuff out. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so that'll take us over for our library director report with Daniel.
All right. So as I mentioned, Jennifer is over at the city council meeting tonight. It's the mayor's last meeting, so they wanted all the directors there to say goodbye. Since we just started the new fiscal year, not a lot to report with the numbers. Everything looks pretty much on par with how we started the previous year. Some program highlights. We had a trinket swap. We've had a lot of success with our various swaps. Plant swap, clothing swap, craft swap. Am I missing any other swaps?
I think those are the main ones.
Okay, so we tried a trinket swap, and so small items, and just people love these swaps. It's a great way to get rid of some stuff, get some new stuff, but also to kind of interact with people in the community. So that went well. We had a robotics class for tweens that was kind of like a 7-week series in our computer classroom on Sundays, and that went really well as well. Project Runway is something we do every year. It's just an online video that kind of gives people a chance to dress their pets up with costumes for for Halloween. So we posted that. You can check it out. It's available online. And we also had a Master Gardener's presentation about growing your own ingredients to make teas with. So the programs we do with the Master Gardeners are always very well attended. So that was a good one as well. I know Matt mentioned he would be interested in seeing upcoming programs as well, and Jennifer didn't get to add that on, but I did jot down a few to mention. We do have our Renaissance Fair coming up on Saturday, and this is the first time we're trying it. It'll be similar to LibCon in that it'll take over the whole library for the day. It should be a lot of fun. Melissa has a lot planned. There's a lot of activities. I'm imagining a lot of people will be dressed up. So if you're interested in checking it out, it'll be all day Saturday at the library, and it should be fun. We also have a Scholastic Book Fair coming up, and this is the first time we're trying that. You're probably familiar with those through the school. That'll be November 22nd through the 26th. That'll be set up in these front rooms, and it'll be all those 4 days. So we're excited to see how that works. They're going to be giving us back a certain percentage based on how much we sell. So we'll see how it goes. And then we have a Winter Book Buzz coming up on December 4th at 6:30 p.m., and those are where our librarians talk about some upcoming books that are recently published or coming out soon to kind of give you peek of what you might want to read next. So that's just an idea of some of the stuff we have coming up. Also wanted to mention, Jennifer said that the city manager's office is thinking about changing the way boards are handled. They're talking about possibly moving them quarterly instead of monthly, quarterly and as needed. So if something came up, that we could do it more frequently than that, but generally quarterly. And moving the starting time to 6:30. The idea being it's hard for some people to make it here by 6. So nothing's been set in stone, but I just wanted to mention that. If y'all have any feedback, I'm happy to give that to them. Does those
Feedback for that? Feedback for the quarterly?
Yeah, changing it to quarterly and maybe changing it to 6:30 if that's.
I had a question really for the board and for you, kind of related to this, so I'll ask now if you don't mind.
Yeah.
This is the first board that I've been on. And, we come in and we get through the agenda pretty quick and, if that's the goal of this, then maybe we're very effective at this. Mm-hmm. And I guess I don't know what kind of expectations and effectiveness or needs we could fill, kind of going into the next year. So I wonder, is quarterly sufficient because we're fulfilling the role that we should be as the board? Or is there a way we could be a better, more effective board for you? And then quarterly maybe doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's something to discuss later or, what is the goal of this, right?
Yeah,
Are we fulfilling what you need?
I think the big things for the board each year is the 5-year plan and then reviewing policies, mm-hmm. So that I think you could accomplish that with quarterly.
Right.
Beyond that, a lot of it is what y'all decide you want. If you decide you want to do something as a board, you want to push something like Matt kind of pushed for the mascot. So pushing ideas like that forward, but as far as like what the expectation is, I think it's pretty much 5-year plan and mm-hmm. policies.
But if we had initiatives that we decided somehow that we wanted to accomplish, mm-hmm. I guess where does that discussion happen? If I was like, board, are we accomplishing what we want? Do we mm-hmm. put that on the agenda and then we can discuss it later?
Yeah. So basically, if you wanted to talk about what you might want to do or whatever, you could ask Jennifer before the meeting to put it on the agenda. Then that's how you would be able to discuss a new idea with the whole board.
Okay. Then I'm going to propose that kind of conversation. Can I tell you now, or should I email Jennifer?
Definitely email Jennifer.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we can put it on the agenda, and then we're gonna have a little conversation about it.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do y'all think about the 6:30 starting time? Is that a problem or seems reasonable?
I think for our board, it wouldn't be, because our meetings are generally so over so quickly. I think if we're on some of the other boards that have more cumbersome meetings, I would be hesitant to start that late.
Yeah.
And if the city's plan is to sort of have the same structure across other boards, I think I would rather have meetings earlier in case they go long than potentially be here late. I know that doesn't apply to us, but I know some of the boards have, hour-and-a-half meetings are kind of standard.
Yeah.
I would say for me, it's pretty challenging to get off work in time. Like, I had, as an alternate anyway, I only had a year term, but I can't do next year because I have like somebody watching my kids in the kids section right now.
Yeah.
It's just doesn't work for my husband and myself to be off.
Yeah.
The same is true for me. I'm not gonna apply for a second 2-year term because it's nearly impossible for me to get here by 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So.
Okay. That's good feedback. Okay, thank you. I think that was it for the reporters. Any other questions or concerns?
Okay, that takes us to the Library Happens survey.
So, okay, this is one of the other things the board generally does. Usually we put out a survey once a year, and it's kind of initiated by the board. Jennifer had suggested that perhaps we could focus on technology, or we could focus on specifically on e-materials, or we could do a big combination of those two. Or it could be something else, but those were kind of a couple ideas that she threw out there. There's no voting on this or anything today, but it's kind of to get the idea out there, and like if y'all have thoughts on what y'all would like to see, you could express that. Or
What's
you could
the
think
goal
about it.
of the survey?
Just to get feedback from the community on how we're doing on a specific aspect of the library, I guess.
And how is it administered?
We've done it online. I think when we did it in the past, we like put it out on social media. Is that
Yes,
correct? Put it
yes.
maybe on the website. Did we have printed copies in the library?
We
I
did
think?
have some printed copies for people who maybe wouldn't have been able to go online for various reasons.
But we didn't really do a mail out or something like that to people's addresses. But we could think about that. Are there any subjects that are like been on your mind that think it would be good to focus on?
I think from a positive standpoint, there should definitely, maybe there already is, questions on events, because I think that's what this library does so well, or all the community events, like, so I'd want that to be reflected, because I think it does do a lot. But then, and I know this is also often a budget issue, but I think maybe questions about books in the library, because I've heard other people complain a little bit about how long the hold times are, and I know that's just because of the amount.
Yeah. I like the idea of kind of looking for frustrations rather than just like, hey, we do all this stuff and getting not much feedback that really helps. So I like that.
I would be curious on awareness of like the variety of e-resources, because I just feel
Yeah.
like that's kind of untapped, just and mostly because people just don't know those pieces are there.
Mm-hmm.
And also just general barriers to participation in library activities and offerings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really good. Maybe it could be broad on the subject matter, events, e-materials, physical materials, but it's more focused on what are the barriers or what are the frustrations. Maybe that's how we could like make it make sense as a cohesive.
Do we get to help write the questions?
Yeah, for sure.
This is just, I do this for work, so.
Oh, cool. Then yes, for sure. Okay, any other thoughts? I mean, this is good. We can, I can share this with Jennifer and we can kind of put together something to, a little more substance to talk about at the next meeting, if that works. Any other thoughts y'all wanted to add in? Okay, that gives us something to work with.
Is there any other questions or comments, items to add?
Oh, yeah. I was texting the people that were going to be here today if there was anything that they like wanted me to ask. They were asking about like any sort of like youth events that y'all would want to like tell people about to the Youth Advisory Council. I know we had a meeting like last week and we were presented like y'all offer like the DigiCard thingies. There was the teen advisory group and then like the student liaison position. Is there anything y'all want to add?
I would say Renaissance Fair this Saturday would be something that you might be interested in attending. It should be pretty fun, a lot to do.
And then we have teen service night, which is more of a casual volunteer hours, and they Melissa will fill out like forms certifying that you were there and you were completing the teen volunteer, like the volunteer activity if you're there the whole time. But it's more of a laid back thing. It's once a month. I can't remember which Tuesday, but it's on one Tuesday a month, and they do things like put together care kits, or like sometimes they'll go over to the Heritage House and like dust and stuff. So that's an option if they're looking for volunteer hours, but they don't want to sign up for something that's like a semester or a year long.
Mm-hmm.
Also just teen events in general. They're usually on Tuesday nights, starting at like 6, I think, 6:30.
Okay. And then was that like what y'all were like planning to do with the Youth Advisory Council? Just like, was it gonna be like a Q&A?
It was going to be kind of like the board talks about why the board, what the board does, why they joined the board, and then try to get the the kids to talk a little bit about what they're doing, why they're interested, why they joined, yeah, that kind of, just a little bit back and forth like that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second, okay. For the second, the meeting is adjourned.